Welcome back, everyone. Quick thank you to all the new subscribers. I've reached my 200 mark now, so you'll all have a bit of peace now. I won't be pestering everyone to subscribe, although I will still say subscribe, please, you know. So thank you to everyone for that. Obviously, I'll be happy if you keep bloody putting my name out there and recommending me to people. That'd be great. But that's it. So let's get on with the review. It's still boiling hot, no doubt, for everyone. I've had a shower and I still feel sweaty as bloody hell. Looking all flustered and red. So I thought, sod it, let's have a beer in it. I mean, that's the only way to get rid of something like that. So next beer up is one that I've heard good things about. I've not seen any reviews, not that I'm aware of, but I've heard it's supposed to be a decent beer. And this one's from Waitrose, and hopefully a lot bloody better than the last one I had from Waitrose. And it's from Fuller's, and it's a bottle of their extra special bitter, ESB, in a 500ml bottle, coming in at 5.9%. Nice traditional label like that. Like the bottle cap, a little something different that I haven't got. This was actually 50p off when I got this, so it's £1.50 for a big bottle. So if it's as good as everyone says, this could be a bargain. So there's me glass. Got to have a good old traditional glass to go with a good old traditional bitter. So let's get it out the bottle, see what we get. I'm not expecting this to hold head, to be honest, but I could be wrong. There we go. What else? Is there anything on there? Blah 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 blah. Oh, I was just seeing if it's like bottle conditioned or something, but doesn't appear to be. But there we go, in a glass. Copper in colour, I would say. Copper in colour there. The head's virtually gone now. Maybe it's the glass, I don't know. That I would say that was a slightly off white. Good levels of carbonation coming up, not loads. Copper but crystal clear. So now I've got to try and get a bloody nose on it. I should have thought about that when I poured it, but malty, a little bit boozy, a little bit of that sort of fruity booziness you get with in some stouts and that sort of thing. Malty, smells all right. I mean, there's not a lot going on there. You've got a fruitiness and a maltiness. Quite rich, I would say. It smells. Head totally gone now, so I hope this is good, to be honest. I hope it is good. So let's dive in, everyone. Cheers. It's got a lot of flavour, that has a lot of flavour. Let's go in again. Off that first mouthful, I thought I bet this would be lovely on draft or cask thing. Malty, bitter, little bit sort of boozy. It's rich. Them fruity notes are in there. I wouldn't say I'm picking up any particular fruit, but I would say sort of like more like not your sort of grapefruit and all that lot. More sort of darker fruits, some kind of sort of darker fruits in there, really. Good tang on it. Not too many bubbles in there. I was just about to say, so you're not going to get gassed out on it, but I've drunk half a bloody pint already. Yeah, it's clearly not going to sort of hold much head or anything. very thin in body in the glass. But I think because it's rich and a little bit boozy, it does feels a bit heavier in you. Yeah, that's a decent beer. Yes, it looks a bit dead and lifeless. Probably expected from a bottle, in all honesty, but it's got plenty of flavour there. As I said, if this was on the old cask thing, I would imagine that would be lovely. That would. It's lovely anyway because it. Excuse me. It's lovely anyway because it's good at what it is. Excuse me again, Christ. It's a traditional ale. It's very much really sort of what you expect, but very, very tasty, to be honest. If you're not a bitter drinker, you're not going to like this. But I mean, you could compare that probably with a lot of other bitters out there, and it would probably stand head and shoulders above it. I've actually got the St. Peter's bitter to do, so hopefully I'll remember all this, and when I get to do that one, I can maybe compare the two in my head. So yeah, if you like a bitter and a traditional one, get yourself down to Waitrose to pick that up. A lot of flavour in that. That's nice, that is. Sometimes it's very hard to describe it, but because bitters all sort of tend to taste the same, don't they? But then this has just got that little bit extra. So as I say, if you like your bitters, try this one out from Waitrose. Generally £2, I think, in all the most of the time. I picked it up for £1.50. Very nice drink indeed. Not anything that's going to blow your mind. It's a traditional ale. They don't tend to blow your mind, but when they're good, they are good. So thank you everyone for watching. As I said at the start, we'll ignore all that. Check out my playlists. I've got playlists for all these sort of beers. I'm currently still updating all of them. I've got about 100 videos I've done, but there's still about 100 to sort of like put into categories. So if there's certain styles of beers, I'll be putting like New England IPAs, pale ales into one. There'll be ciders in another. There'll be stouts and porters in another. I've got different categories for German beers, Austrian beers, Scottish beers, Superman, all that lot. So don't necessarily just look at my channel and look at the latest video. Do have a look at all the categories. It might help you. Just pick out the beers that you want, or you can just be nosy. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to shut the hell up now. Let you lot get off, because no doubt you'll be getting home from work, hopefully, if you're lucky, or you'll still be working. I'll let you lot go, and I'll get back to finishing my beer and maybe getting some tea. So thank you again, everyone, and I'll see you again on another beer review very soon. Cheers.